It's pathetic because, Dinesh, when you send your kid to college, if your child is true to himself or herself, they always say, be yourself, be authentic, and shares a thought that maybe have been fine 5 years ago or last week, but now is considered offensive, you're actually risking your child's future now. That's what's really disturbing about this. Your kid might not ever get a job again because of something that was posted 2 years ago or last week that they now say, oh, no, you can't say that.
Universities, far from becoming forums of debate, are forums of intellectual terrorism of a sort. Now, they always celebrate the idea of diversity, but their idea of diversity in the sociology or history department is 7 different types of socialist: an eco-socialist, an Afro-socialist, a feminist socialist, a transgender socialist, and then they go, wow, we're so diverse, and then all those socialists gang up on anyone who's not a socialist and try to beat them into submission.
Yeah, so even the left becomes less woke than the next more left, more Marxist guy. I got to put something up on the screen that a friend of mine just sent me tonight. And he said, Laura, they're not stopping at statues. If you think it's Rushmore and statues, here's from Time magazine. Don't stop at statues. Demand a reconsideration of place names, too. Children are being indoctrinated, but not in the way Trump suggests. Instead, they're being fed an uncomplex version of history, one that minimizes the experience of those on the margins to turn white men who did evil things into heroes. So they want to rename various places in the United States as well, Dinesh, real quick.
Well, this is ultimately, we are now in Orwell territory. The left loves to say we don't like authoritarian socialism, we believe in democratic socialism. But the deep insight of Orwell is that even democratic socialism moves inexorably in the direction of erasing history and imposing tyranny. The campuses are a miniature of what our whole society would look like if we let this happen. I think that the way to do it, quite simply, is to, for the federal government and the state governments to use the enormous financial leverage that they have on universities, both in the form of direct grants, but also in the form of Pell Grants and student loans. Universities basically are supported in large part by government subsidy. And if that government subsidy went away, I'm not even sure how many of them would survive. Now, it's important to realize that much of the rot in our culture, much of the rot in the media, it comes out of the universities. The lunatics have sort of left the asylum. They're now on the street. They're breaking things. They're smashing things. It's in the universities that they learn to hate the culture, to hate the country, to hate its history, to be wedded to a bogus narrative. Remember, universities basically are nothing if they are not committed to free speech and open debate. A university that has no real free speech and no open debate is not really a university. So the sad truth is many of our universities are pretend universities, and any semblance of criticism, self-examination, or debate has now been ruthlessly removed from them.